Hello. This is hopefully a relatively short video this time, short corner. What I'm looking at here are is my idea of how you can possibly build a Roman Consular army. That's like a Republican army of, say, the 3rd or 2nd centuries BC. So if I just go through what I've actually selected, as you can see, I've put chevrons on. That's to use up the money on units that I felt might need a bit of a boost, just to balance up my army. Okay, so I've got my general and bodyguard for my general. Soki equities, and auxiliary cavalry for my left flank, and equities for my right flank. That's basically the Roman citizens on the right flank, non-citizens and Italian allies on the left flank. Now, on up front we would have velites. The velites provide the screen against other missile units, skirmishers, and it would also be their function to take on any elephants if there were elephants in the enemy army. Now, the first main line would be the hastati, and so that the hastati would be the central two. On the flanks, the left and right, I've selected Soki hastati. Again, these are depicting auxiliary non-citizens / Italian ally type troops. Then the row behind would be the principe, the principal, and I've selected Soki extraordinarii as the non-citizen equivalent of the principes. Then at the back we have the triarii, and I've opted for auxiliary infantry as the non-citizen equivalent of the triarii. I'll probably fight a battle, so I've added Athens just as a lancers, swordsmen, hoplites, pikemen, Tarantine, missile cav, lancers, archers, peltasts. So, having been looking at the preset formations that come as part of the army package, so to speak, like these. These are basically, I'm finding these too glitched to actually rely on. So rather than using these, would be as well to actually just use our own. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just. So don't get me wrong, they've done a fairly good job. It's the hastati up front, the principes second row, the spear triarii the third, and they've got cavalry on the flanks. It's so it's certainly not useless what they've done. They've just done that very annoying thing for me, where the hastati there, the Soki hastati, they're showing no relevance to history, and yet I've given them the precise units that a preset build should actually be able to cope with very easily. But like I say, that's bugged to hell at the minute. I don't actually see that as being one of the big issues to be getting my knickers in a twist about. It's just because I've been doing these videos trying to look at the presets formations that I've been getting frustrated at how inconsistent they've been. Okay, let's just get these back out of the way, just so that we've got a fresh starting point. Okay, so we'll put the velites up front. We'll have velites, And the main attack line, the front line, is the Hastati. We'll put these here. We'll put them in their own custom formation. This way we can drag them as we see fit. Next in line are the Principes, the principals. Theoretically, these should be displaced. I'm actually, to tell you the truth, I think I've got these too close together. If I want this displacement to work. However, just for the sake of this presentation, I'll just leave it where it is. And the Socii Extraordinarii. We'll just put these on either side. And again, it's Control and G that I'm using. That way we won't need to keep dragging it out to get the depth we want. We can just keep it at that depth anywhere we want to place it. Yeah, if we place that there, yeah, that'll. Okay, and up back we've got the Triarii. So if I never double clicked it there. Okay. And okay, and we'll put the auxiliary infantry. Each flank. Well, what I'm going to do is, well, this is as you can see, so the idea being is that the gap goes to the centre. So I would imagine the gap should be to the centre, but I'm too lazy to be shoving that around it. So, okay. Well, actually, I think I'll quite fancy dragging these out just a little bit. Put them more like that. There we go. See, I'm liking that better for the spear line. So the rear, they're some of the most experienced troops, because you don't want to throw them away in initial encounters. You want them for the crisis points of the battle. And also they're spearmen, so if cavalry try to flank round, you've got your general either here or here, and these can help prevent getting taken by surprise. Okay, and on the left flank, we put the Socii Equites and auxiliary cavalry, and on the right flank, well, we'll just group them together. And on the right flank, I'll put the Equites. I must admit, my gut feeling myself, I'm more inclined to put the general more towards the right. So there you have my idea of a Roman Consular army build that can be hopefully playable in the game as well. So we've got the velites up front. There will perhaps be. They could perhaps refuse the flank a bit as well. They might not necessarily be right up front. All of them. But so you've got your front row of Hastati, Principes, then Triarii, and you've got your left is auxiliary and non-Roman citizens like Italian allies. The central two. These are the Roman citizens. These are the traditional units that we all are quite familiar with. And then on the right, you have your auxiliaries again, and your non-citizens. Roman citizen cavalry went to the right, auxiliary cavalry went to the left. These could then be further bolstered by further auxiliary troops, perhaps like slingers, archers. You could then have like an entire allies army, would perhaps feature to the left. Obviously, I could have perhaps demonstrated that a bit better if I'd gone with a 40 units army, but this is a build just for the idea in mind being for the 20 units. So might as well fight a battle since I'm here. Okay, we have. Yeah, they're just being fast, aren't they? Right. Okay. Yeah, what I've also done here, just so I can see things a bit better, I've unbounded the camera, and what that means is basically the developer's camera. So rather than being stuck at just a certain height above, and you've got to keep scrolling and scrolling, you can actually zoom up high, and that way you can keep control of anything that's happening on your flanks without moving your camera. This is what a lot of the top end players do. They unbound their camera just so that they can actually get that advantage. There's been a debate about whether this is counted as hacking, whether it's counted as cheating. You still need to know what to do with your army for this to benefit you. But when you're talking like the guys at the top of the game, then every little helps, as they say. My understanding is that CA have never officially included this as a camera option because it can go underground as well. Because this is sort of like a test camera where you can, well, that's it, you can have your eagle eye view. So, okay. Might as well put some flaming shot on these boys. Oops. Okay, I'll start speeding this up just so that we're before I start talking about something else. But as you can see, look, it's when you can lift your camera up here. There's nobody going to be ambushing you here while you're busy concentrating down here. And that's. I'll put a link in the description, just so that you can find where to actually get the details on how to do that if you want to try using it yourself. Don't get me wrong. I used to be a competitive player. Oh, good grief! We're talking more Viking invasion. Medieval Total War and medieval Total War Viking invasion. I was quite a competitive player back then. Nowadays, I just play for fun. I'm not interested in a lot of the pissing contests that are happening. Like, well, who's at the top of the leaderboard? You know what? I haven't even checked the leaderboard. I don't care. Sam, the clue's in the name. It's a game. Sam. Okay, so the strategy I've got in mind is the old Roman favourite. Okay, well, hang on. Let's straighten this up a bit. What I mean by that is we'll just march straight up the middle. So it's just a case of, I'm just taking my time. So I'm just sort of like nudging up in increments. That way I'm happy that I'm keeping my formation together. Because what I can do, I can rush these archers. These guys will get taken out, but it will distract the missile troops enough to me hopefully to get my assault troops in there, because I'll be assaulting pikemen head on, which is a bit dumb, but then I can't resist the challenge. Okay, still. So what is interesting when you've got a camera like this, when you go up really, really high, you can actually see that it does appear to be genuinely part of the campaign map. Which is that this coastline again. It's and considering that I'm at this is located at Sparta, in ground not too far away from Sparta. Then it is quite interesting. Okay, of course that's the battle line now. So they've got the wider line, but I'm hoping that the weight behind this will be able to punch them. And once I punch them, I want them to be disrupted and confused. And if that works, then I'm laughing. Okay, scroll my mouse wheel back down. Find my boys. Let's get this show on the road, Okay, better put it back to normal, my normal speed, I think. Otherwise I might get... Sorry about the clacking about with the keyboard. What it is, the way that I'm streaming this, capturing this, I need to have Roam 2 in a window, because I'm using the OBS software, which is entirely free. So I'm too tight to be buying buying expensive programs. And so I have to use the keyboard to move around. Whereas for years I've been like bashing the sides of my screen. Whereas with this, you've got to get it right perfect, right at the edge of the window. And once the combat started, then that's too much of a pain in the arse to do. So I'm hoping that having unbound a camera, that might actually help me from not having to keep clacking around like that. Okay. Let's see what happens if I... Well, let's just go for it. Let's just march them up there and see what happens. Yeah, I bet they're wavering. Okay, let's bring a general up. See if he'll do anything about the wavering. Hang on, put it aside. Okay, let's Oh, that's a bit of a heavy presence this side, isn't it? Okay.
At the double! By your command! Withdraw! As you command! Up at once! Like that! Triani! Not touch me! Saki! We hunger for blood and battle! General! Never surrender!
Okay, come on boys, get back to work.
Romans, ready for duty. Velites! Look, take aim! Reload with haste! Alcator! Strength and honor! Understood! By your command! Riders ready! We await your command! Raise the banners! Romans ready for duty. Forward! Soti equites! Back! Withdraw! At the double! Elites! There's fire on the enemy! Brave Romans to a man! To advance! Battle! Ready! General! Understood! General! Ready to move! Big charge!
So basically it's a case of trying to keep them separated.
Advance at speed! Elites! Yes, Commander! I call glory! Commander, at your service! For Riders, advance!
So if we can get them while they're on the run, it should be alright.
Withdraw!
Because they might have been fighting to the death because they were encircled, they couldn't retreat. Maybe. Cheeky, cheeky.
Jupiter gives us strength. Advance at speed! At your service! Quick! General! Advance! Infantry! Forward! Speed! Ready for order! Withdraw! General! Quickly now! Proud Romans all, we await orders! Forward!
They were going from a general, so I was wanting to draw them onto my spearmen.
General! Melee infantry!
Okay, that'll do nicely. Gold drenched. Lovely. Close victory, yeah. It's, but I wanted to try this with the consular army, just tramping straight up the middle and seeing what happened. So yeah, quite pleased with that actually. And cheers again. I'll catch you next time.